Lately, it seems every buyer I'm working with also has a house to sell, and this generally causes a lot of stress. So how do you time it just right? If you're thinking about selling your current home and buying a new one at the same time, you're not alone, and you're definitely not crazy, but you are about to enter one of the trickiest real estate moves you can make. The good news, with the right strategy, the right mindset, and most importantly, the right team, you can absolutely pull this off without losing sleep. Hi, I'm Kim Devlin with 5 Realty, and today we're diving into exactly how to navigate this dual process and come out the other side with the keys to your next home and a sold sign in front of your last one. I've done this time and time again. We can absolutely make this happen. So let's start with the truth. There are a lot of moving parts when you're trying to sell one home and buy another. It's a little like trying to jump from one moving train to another gracefully. And while that may sound overwhelming, it's all about the team you choose to help guide you through each step and the clarity of communication between everyone involved. Let's begin here because this may be the most important decision you make in the entire process. You need to find a realtor. You're probably moving from out of state, so you need to find a realtor where you're going to be moving to, but also obviously a realtor where you're going to be selling your home. What's really important is connecting those two realtors. That way they both know your full situation and they're also in communication with each other. They can help you with your timeline, your financing, your preferences, your non-negotiables. They can coordinate both sides of the transaction in harmony. It's not just about convenience, it's about control, it's about strategy, it's about reducing the risk of miscommunication between multiple parties trying to manage different objectives. So if you have a realtor you're working with who has sold your home, you could ask them for a referral agent that they know really well to where you're moving, or vice versa. You found a really great agent that you want to work with where you're relocating to, have them connect you to a really good agent that they know will take care of you where you're selling your home, and then that line of communication is open. In my experience, it's definitely kept the experience a bit more seamless, and that makes a huge difference in your stress levels and your final outcome. Now, let's talk about communication, because whether you're working with one agent or coordinating multiple parties, clear, consistent, and proactive communication is definitely key. It's absolutely everything. You're going to be working with more than just your realtor. There's your lender, the title company, the other buyer or seller's agent, inspectors, movers, and each one plays a role. The more in sync everyone is, the smoother your sale and purchase will be. So you really need to lean in on the realtors that you're working with for those recommendations. So for example, your lender needs to know the timing of your sale to make sure your financing is ready for your new purchase. Your title company needs to coordinate closings, especially if you're aiming for back-to-back closings on the same day. Selling your home in the morning and buying a new one in the afternoon? Guess what? I've helped many clients do just that, but it only works when every piece of the puzzle is lined up. And that requires proactive planning and real-time communication. When it comes to timing the sale and the purchase, ideally you'd have your current home under contract, and then you go under contract on your new home and close on both transactions on the same day. That's the dream scenario. But real estate rarely unfolds perfectly. Delays happen, financing hiccups occur, inspections bring surprises. So what do? We plan for flexibility. Start by exploring the market before you list your home. Get a sense of where you want to go, what's available, and how competitive the market is. That way you're informed and ready when it's time to make offers. You really want to work with a realtor that knows the market. So wherever you're selling or buying, the markets could be very different. It could be a seller's market where you're selling and a buyer's market where you're buying, or vice versa. So you have to be prepared for multiple offers or fierce competition, or your house sitting longer than you expect it to because the market is just a high inventory market. So you need to be prepared for that, and you need to protect yourself with strategic contingencies. There are several ways to protect yourself during this process. One of the most common tools is adding a suitable housing contingency when selling your current home. This lets you accept an offer, but gives you time to find and secure your next home before you're obligated to move out. You can also negotiate a leaseback where you stay in your home temporarily after it sells, paying rent to the buyer. This gives you breathing room to finalize your new purchase or complete construction on a new build. I've helped clients use this option many times. It works especially well in a seller's market where buyers are more willing to be flexible. And if your financials allow, a bridge loan could also be an option. This short-term loan helps you buy your new home without selling your old one first. And if that sounds like something worth exploring, I'd be happy to connect you with a trusted local lender to run those numbers with you. Now, if you do need to sell before buying and you're including a home sale contingency in your offer, it's important to sweeten the deal in other ways. Why? Because in a competitive market, sellers will naturally favor offers that come without strings attached. So how can you stand out? Consider an as-is contract, which is the most common contract we use here in Florida. You can shorten your inspection period. You can waive the appraisal if financially possible. You can accommodate the seller's timeline for closing. And most importantly, have your current home under contract before you make the offer and be ready to share the details with the seller. A clean, firm contract on your home can give your offer much more credibility. Selling and buying at the same time is absolutely possible, but not without a plan. It's not just about luck. It's about alignment. Alignment between your lender, your title company, your agents, and you. If you take away one thing from this, it's communication is key, and they all need to be communicating with each other. You deserve a team that understands your full picture and can advocate for you every step of the way. If you're thinking about taking this on or just want to talk through your options, reach out. I'm here to help you map out the smoothest path from where you are to where you want to be. My email is kim@kimdevlinteam.com. And if you're getting ready to sell and want your home to shine, be sure to check out this next video, which is all about staging tips. I also provided a link to my staging guide or seller's prep guide in the description below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.